Here we are at Wrestlemania 30, Radio Row, with Roman Reigns and Sam Roberts. Roman Reigns, what's the haps?
Just waking up early. The sun just came out. Just here banging it out at Radio Row.
Are you an early riser?
I'm not. I like to sleep in. I'm a late nighter, so usually sleeping in.
Now, are you ready for stuff like this? Because it seems like almost from the time that you joined the main roster, you're being groomed as this top star. And that seems like a lot of pressure. Like every time your name comes up, somebody brings it up in the context of being a future world champion, which is kind of a lot to take on while you're just starting.
To answer you pretty shortly, I don't think I'm the question, are you ready for that? I think I was born for this. You know what I mean? It's just, this is the way it's happening, and this is the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. So you kind of, you saw this. Are you that type of person? Like you see, like, yes, this is my path, and I'm not an early riser, but I'll be up early doing stuff like this, and this is the life that I've chosen for myself.
Sure. I mean, you don't. Anytime you do something, there's going to be things that obviously you don't want to do. You know, you don't want to wake up super early at 5 in the morning, but you're going to do it because you got to do it. As a man, you're going to take care of your responsibilities. But I think, this has just been my path. This is what, I'm being groomed to be, I guess. But it's something, if you can't just groom anybody. They have to bring things to the table, and I think I do that in spades.
Mm-hmm. Now, what have you noticed has been the biggest change in your life since you've become a main roster superstar? Because it's a life-changing thing. You're a celebrity now. You know what I mean? Like the whole world becomes aware of you to some extent.
A lot of things change. Just just walking down the street. Before nobody ever knew who I was, and I looked the same. I looked exactly like this. But now, it's like, so you get spotted out here and there.
Do you like that?
It's okay sometimes. When you're with your family and you don't get to see them too often, then sometimes, you want that privacy. You want to be with them. But any other time, no, I don't mind at all. It's cool to see fans. It's cool to see people who enjoy what you do, who you're affecting. That on a daily, and it's just happening now. It's like, that's something that is awesome about my life. Or people will come up to me and be like, I can't tell you how much you've helped me get through. I've been in the hospital for 4 weeks, and you bring me joy. You make me smile. And that's like the nicest thing anybody could ever say to you.
Yeah. I wouldn't know because nobody's going to say that to me, but I would imagine.
Maybe.
I would imagine.
Doubt yourself, maybe.
I would imagine that it's a good thing.
We got high hopes for you.
I find that you are one of these guys who a lot of male wrestling fans have man crushes on. I think it's a very strange thing that happens with a very select few WWE superstars, but you're a guy that guys just develop man crushes for. Do you find that?
I don't call it man. I think they dig the physicality. I think that's what it is. There's nothing wrong with a bunch of dudes in SWAT gear beating the crap out of people. And I think our attitude and the way we go about it. Our never back down, our never say die attitude is really what's gotten over with guys. And obviously, I think we have a nice little demographic of women that are into us, but it's cool.
But it's more than that, because I've also heard men go, "Yeah, his hair is perfect, dude. His hair is like every time." It's like, okay, I've never heard you compliment anybody else's hair before.
I got good hair. What do you? I apologize.
I know the feeling.
It's not bad.
It's not.
You put a little bit of conditioner and a little bit of water in that sucker, you'll be all right.
Are you a hair? Do you take care of your hair? Are you somebody who sits there like trying to figure out products and?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, people think I like put so much time into it, but like, our hair gets more messed up like just being out and like whipped around and on the mat, people pulling your hair all the time. Like I am very like scared that it's gonna just rip out, right. And then it's like, what do I have now? You know what I mean?
And you can't be picked up on mic going, not the hair, not the hair.
Get off of my hair! What are you doing? Like, what good is Roman Reigns bald? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, right now. But you're young. Is baldness something that concerns you?
I don't want to jinx myself, but I don't even think as an old man. My dad is like growing hair on his ear. Yeah, he didn't lose any hair, but he's getting it on his ears now. It's like, I think I'll just become more hairy.
Right.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I just maintain this situation I got going on forever.
You're happy with the level of hairiness you are at the moment.
I like a good bit of hair up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then really nothing else. No, not too much hair everywhere else. Like hairy chest and back, no good.
Not for you. Are you ready for the Shield to break up and to branch out? They were starting to kind of flirt with that idea a little bit, and they kind of have backed away from that. And so, I mean, you guys have been dominant, and you're all over TV, but at the same time, there's 3 of you, not 1.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that, like, what I mean, people can't maximize themselves individually if they're in a group. But I mean, I think it's been done before. I think the 4 Horsemen are a great example. Evolution, even in its own right, you can have top guys be friends. You know what I mean? And that's one thing is like we're such strong solo competitors. As long as we have each other's backs, we're good to go. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I don't think we're ever scared to fight each other for the the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. So it's something that some people think it could hinder your progress, but I think it's even better. I think groups are cool. I think it's cool when people interact and communicate, and that's people get that. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot easier to do this than it is to just go on your own.
And you popped up in a time that there were not a lot of, that the group thing was down, that there were not a lot of successful groups on television. Were you afraid that the Shield would not work?
We never even thought like that. Things happen so fast. We're shot out of that rocket, and we never looked back. We didn't think about like if this wouldn't work, or we pinned our ears back and we just went forward. And I think that's what helps us. We don't overthink things. We just do what feels right.
Where exactly do you fit in the Samoan family heritage of wrestling?
I am the son of Sika. He is half of the Hall of Fame tag team, the Wild Samoans.
Okay. Now, but there is no, does that mean you're cousins with this person and that person and this person? Because you find out that everybody is related on some level.
Huge. It's like the biggest oak tree you've ever seen as far as a family tree. We have a huge family. Countless men in my family have wrestled, and we've been so fortunate we have.
Did you grow up in the business and being aware of it, or did you kind of rebel against it when you were a kid?
No, I was actually a huge fan as a kid. And, once I got to a certain point playing football, once I got older and went to college, then I kind of was disconnected for a bit. And then I came back. I feel like, and I hear it all the time. I talk to fans and they'll be like, yeah, I stopped watching for a while, but man, you guys made us come back and watch. I think that's just wrestling. If the Shield didn't do that for somebody, another, superstar or another group would have done that for him, because wrestling is just one of those things that just seems to come back. You can't get rid of it.
Are there milestones that you have kind of in your head in your career, things that you want to accomplish and that you're like, okay, I'm here, now I got to get there, now I got to get there?
Absolutely. I think any successful career should have goals, like stepping stones, and I've been able to do that so far. At first it was okay. Let's be on this pay-per-view. Let's be in the Royal Rumble. Let's be in the Survivor Series. And I've been able to do all these things. Let's win some championships. So I think now the main thing right now is to finish off what we have to do here at WrestleMania, take out Kane and the New Age Outlaws, and then start thinking about possible gold.
So you're thinking, so the next goal, the next kind of landmark is singles title?
Absolutely. I think that should be everybody's mindset. They should all want to have, the big title on their shoulder.
There's a spot in the Royal Rumble traditionally that there's one guy who's going to look like a monster, and they're going to use this match to get him over and eliminate a ton of people, and whether he wins or not, he's one of the main talking points of the match. That this year, that was you.
That's me.
How do you react when you find out that you're getting that spot?
I think you try not to overreact.
Yeah.
You play it cool, because I feel like you should expect these things. If you work hard enough, these should be your goals. So you should believe in them, and that's how I do it. I don't look at it as being overconfident. I feel like it just being just right. So I think just to accept everything with open arms and just run with it.
When the fans turned on the Royal Rumble because Daniel Bryan wasn't in it, and everybody just starts booing everything. I mean, Rey Mysterio never gets booed, and he gets booed. Are you going, oh no, like, that's my moment, and the fans have forgotten about it?
Not at all. You know what I mean? Because that's the beauty of our situation is the fans. You pay hard-earned money. You should be able, if you want to boo, then you boo. If you want to chant this, then you chant this. The only thing, as a performer is just pay attention. Give some guy. I know, I get it. You're disgruntled and you wanted something else, but if you're so busy, being a little bit pissed, you may miss something awesome. So if you can, just pay attention and maybe give another guy a try. If not, do your thing, and I'm going to keep doing mine.
Who's helped you psychologically? Like, who's kind of trained you to know how to react to the crowd and read the crowd and be a performer? Because it's a lot more than athletics.
You talk to a good bit of people, but to really learn the crowd, it takes a bunch of live events. You just have to be in front of the crowd. You have to listen to them over different situations. There's just so many different scenarios where you use the crowd and where you wait for them, to get going. So it's just a thing, I think, a trial and error type thing. And just, if you just keep doing it, you get the sense of it. If you hear it enough, you'll know.
Right. Are there any dream opponents?
Triple H.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I think anybody right now that's within our product should, if you want to be the guy, you're probably going to tango with him. So I'd say Triple H.
Well, Roman, are you happy with your spot at WrestleMania? It's the Shield against Kane and the New Age Outlaws, which is not, you're wrestling three guys that have been around for a while. It's a big storyline, but, it's still what it is.
I'm ecstatic about it. I couldn't ask for anything better at this point. I think everything happens for a reason. I think we are supposed to fight these guys for a reason. Our main goal is to retire these guys. What better accomplishment is to take out Kane and the New Age Outlaws? I think that's an awesome picture of the Shield taking out a part of DX. That's history right there.
When they were flirting with the idea of breaking you guys up, were you ready to go? Would you have been ready to go? Or are you kind of just like, okay, whatever you want to throw at us, we're gonna make the best of it? Or were you thinking, give us a little more time?
I'm ready for anything that could ever happen at any point. That's just how I roll. But I just felt, and we all felt that way. It's not time. We have so much more to do. We have so much to, so much more to such a bigger story to tell, and we need more time for it.
Well, you're a beast, and you have beautiful hair, and I appreciate you being here today.
You got pretty good hair. He ain't a beast, but he's got some cool hair. A little bit of conditioner and water would set that sucker up.
So wash it once in a while is what you're saying.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. You got to find your own routine. But so far, you're doing okay.
All right. Thank you, Roman Reigns.
Thanks, man.